Dear students, my name is Sher Malako. I am lecturer in Zoology. I am lecturer at Government Degree College, Kandiaro. Today, I have selected my topic from class Enter. My subject is Zoology, chapter number 4. Topic is reproduction in animals. In this, we will discuss about what is reproduction, modes of reproduction. There are two modes of reproduction: asexual, sexual. And asexual is classified, it is categorized into fission and budding, regeneration, parthenogenesis, cloning. Now we are starting our topic. Now first of all, what is reproduction? Reproduction means to reproduce again. So we can say reproduction is a process. It is a process of living organism. In this process, living organisms, animals, they reproduce. They give birth to their young ones. So there are two modes of reproduction which are found in animals. First one is called asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction can be defined as a formation of young ones without fusion of gametes. Now, what are gametes? Gametes are sex cells. What are gametes? These are called sex cells. What are sex cells? Egg and sperm, that is called sex cell. In asexual reproduction, gametes are not formed. Now, asexual reproduction takes place in many animals, such as in amoeba, such as in cnidarians, such as in sponges also. Now, types of asexual reproduction. Number one, fission. Fission means to break. In this type of asexual reproduction, in this type of reproduction, parent cell or parent divides either into two daughter cells or into many daughter cells. When parent divides into two daughter cells, that kind of fission is called binary fission. Binary fission is found in amoeba. Now I have parent cell. This is parent cell. This divides. This is divide asexually without fusion of male and female gametes. It divides into two daughter cells. Number one daughter cell, number two daughter cell. Multiple fission in this type of asexual reproduction, in which one parent cell divides into more than two or into many daughter cells. Multiple fission takes place in Plasmodium. Multiple fission takes place in Paramecium. It also takes place in some protozoans. Now, budding. Budding is a type of asexual reproduction in which parent cell have parents in the outgrowth takes place in the parent cell. The outgrowth takes place and which is separated from the parent cell, or which is detaches from the parent cell and becomes independent animal. Budding takes place in Hydra. It means it takes place in some type of coelentrates. Regeneration is formation of new cells from the last cells. Those cells which are worn out cells, they become broken, they become wounded, they become worn out, new cells are formed. That type of regeneration is called, that type of reproduction is called regeneration. Such as it takes place in echinodermata. If one arm of the echinodermata is lost, the simple or small piece of that animal can become independent animal or can become fully starfish. Parthenogenesis, it is either sexually as well as asexually. Asexually, why it is asexually? There is no fusion of gametes, but gametes are involved. One parent cell is involved, and this parent may produce gamete, but gametes are not produced. Gametes are not fused. That's why it is called asexual reproduction. Gametes are formed. That's why it is called parthenogenesis. And this, it takes place in some moths. What happens in this? One gamete, either egg or sperm, becomes new young one. It becomes egg or sperm. Egg cells become adults. Now cloning. Cloning means formation of new individual, formation of duplicate copies of DNA, formation of duplicate copies of cell, formation of tissues, new tissues, formation of new individual from unfertilized egg whose nucleus is replaced by somatic cell. That is called cloning. It is a sexual type of reproduction. Examples of cloning are cancer cells, regeneration, tumor cells which are formed in animals. Now we have given an example of twins, natural twins. They are also examples of cloning. Twins, what are twins? When two babies they born together, that is called twin. There are two types of twin. One is identical twin, and this twin is called monozygotic twin. It means zygote divides, the zygote becomes another zygote. In this, one zygote is involved. Fraternal twin, in which two sperms and two eggs they are going to fertilize each other. That is called fraternal twin. Other name of fraternal twin is dizygotic twin. Now sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in animals. In this, gametes are involved. Gametes are produced. In this reproduction, gametes are involved. Gametes are involved. The necessities of sexual reproduction is necessities of sexual reproduction. Which things are necessary for the sexual reproduction? Necessities of sexual reproduction. Necessities of sexual reproduction are is number one, gametocytogenesis. Gametocytogenesis. Number two, fertilization. Number two, fertilization. Number three is mating. Number 3. Number 2 is mating. Number 2 is mating, and number 3 is fertilization. These are the necessities of sexual reproduction. Now, what are gametes? What are gametes? Gametes are sex cells. These are haploid. They have n number of chromosomes. They have n number of chromosomes. They have half number of chromosomes. And example, they are also called germ cells. These are also called germ cells. Example is eggs and sperm. Now, the formation of gametes is called gametogenesis. Formation of gametes is called gametogenesis. Now, gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is formation of gametes. Formation of what? Formation of gametes. Formation of eggs. Formation of sperms. There are two categories of gametogenesis. Number 1 is called spermatogenesis. Number 2 is called oogenesis. Number 2 is called oogenesis. Number 1 is called spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis means formation. Now, gameto means gametes or germ cells or sex cells. Genesis means formation. Formation of gametes is called gametogenesis. When sperms are formed, that process is called spermatogenesis. When eggs are formed, that process is called oogenesis. Now, spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis. As I have told you that formation of sperms or formation of male sex cells. Formation of male sex cells. Sperms is called spermatogenesis. How sperms are formed? First of all, these are formed in the testes. There are some special type of cells. These cells are called spermatogonia. Spermatogonia divides mitotically into primary spermatocytes and two primary spermatocytes. Now these two primary spermatocytes, they divide into four secondary spermatocytes. Secondary spermatocytes. Here mitosis takes place. Here mitosis also takes place. Now these four secondary spermatocytes, they divide into four spermatids, spermatids. Now these spermatids, they divide into four sperm cells. Sperm cells, now they are mature cells, they are able to fertilize the egg. Here meiosis takes place. Meiosis 1 takes place here, meiosis 1, and here meiosis 2. Now oogenesis. What happens in the oogenesis? Oogenesis is formation of is a process in which eggs are formed. How they are formed? They are formed in ovary. They are produced in ovary, and these eggs are also called female sex cells. They are produced in ovary. How they are produced? First of all, there are some special cells called oogonia. Singular is called oogonia. It divides metatically into primary oocyte, into two primary oocyte. Then this primary oocyte divides into secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte is larger, and this primary oocyte also divides into smaller cell called polar body. Now this secondary oocyte then divides into one polar body, and one egg or ovum. Means there are 4 sperms for one egg. Now this polar body divides into 2 polar bodies. This whole process takes place in the body of in the ovary. This whole process takes place in ovary, and this process is called oogenesis process. When eggs are formed, it is a necessity of sexual reproduction. After formation of the gametes, means after spermatogenesis and after oogenesis, eggs and sperms, they are ready to fertilize each other. When gametes fuse together, that process is called fertilization.